There's Peoples outside to Michelle Sedor. Caitlin Gilbert, shot clock down to 5, a little off balance for Peoples, and she drops it in. First year with the Cards. Olivia Cochran manning the post inside, looking for her first touch, but ripped away by Peoples. Top returning scorer, as Christy mentioned, in her second year with DePaul, but Caitlin Gilbert, first season with DePaul. Michelle Sedor, first season with DePaul. Joy Allen, first season with DePaul. You get the point here. Out to their first lead.
Well, Erica, you've hit on it. This game's going to be about pace. We know Louisville wants to get up and down. And DePaul has said they will run because that's how they want to play as well.
Nyla Harris with the basket that answered the Peoples hoop. Into the corner, open look. Kate Clark in a great start for DePaul.
Well, Eric, a year ago, DePaul averaged 8 made threes in the first.
Sydney Taylor for Cochran. Cochran on the spin.
And Eric, that's a matchup down low to watch. Can DePaul get a double there in time?
Peoples has gone for 20 in each of the first 2 games. That's Clark for 3.
5, but we see here in the first 2 minutes, Kate Clark with
6-point lead. Cochran, good little fake to get free, just won't drop. One and done for the Cards. You know what Doug Bruno team wants to run. They want to sprint down the floor, get as many opportunities as possible. And DePaul continues to light it up, and Jeff Walls not thrilled at all. But what rebounds there have been so far, they've all been controlled by DePaul. 3-0 for the Blue Demons. Cochran gets the basket and the foul, and a chance for a 3-point play out of the timeout.
Well, one thing remains the same for Louisville. They're so good out of timeouts. There's the screen on the ball and the roll by Olivia Cochran.
Ever evolving with the transfer portal, and then players who missed time with injury coming back. And how about the Blue Demons right now? They continue to file it up.
Well, and DePaul's in a little inside out. It starts with Allen kicking it out to Clark.
From the outside, Kate Clark has knocked down 3 threes so far.
DePaul went under the balls to give up the outside shot to Louisville.
Now attacking the basket, and DePaul is just slicing up Louisville's defense right now. Back to Cochran. You sense Louisville feels they have an advantage in the post.
And then Louisville's answer, if you're going to go small, we're going to get it into our big.
9 days ago, made her debut against Cincinnati. Into the post, Eylia Love in on defense, but no stopping DePaul right now. Down to a 4-point game. You cut into that deficit, all of a sudden the press looks a little bit better. DePaul does well, though, and they get an open look out of the pressure for Harris. Now Curry on the drive. Curry did well to get it up. Looked like it was going to get caught on her hip, but for the Cincinnati game, what was she, a plus 19 in that game for Louisville? Kiki Jefferson for Ricards. Love for 3. 9 points for Love off the bench in the first quarter for the Cards. And a turnover, another turnover for DePaul. One thing you know DePaul would love to do is run off that miss. Louisville getting back, but blowing by, but then missing the bunny was Gilbert. Ricards, she's never afraid to drive the lane. Nina Ricards, her first 2. Another 3 missed by DePaul. They have gone cold.
They've got to get back to that. Shooters got to shoot the way they know how.
Taylor leans in, couldn't get it. Louisville back on the glass with Harris. That one ends the drought here to start the quarter. She's in the double figures now at 10. There's Harris for Ricards on the pull-up.
DePaul missed Clark in the corner. She was wide open. They just couldn't get her the ball.
On the cut, the basket is good for Clark. They were ready for that moment. Now, can you be ready for that moment twice a week once conference play starts? That's the challenge.
And when teams are specifically game planning against you, can you do it on both ends?
The assist on this last play.
Big to big in transition. You got to love it. Harris was such good touch, but...
Maskowicz on the cut, finds the cutter in the basket by Peoples. On the drive, no good. Harris. Clark had the hot hand in the first half, drains it for three here in the third. 19 points for Kate Clark.
Kate Clark has just picked up where she left off in the first half with her
sophomore from Indiana. On the drive, Kiki Jefferson well to track that down, but just couldn't get it to drop. Jefferson, coast to coast for two. They've doubled up DePaul when it comes to paint points. Seymour taken away. That's Cochran with the steal, Cochran with the push, Cochran with the assist.
Not great spacing for Louisville right now. That allows DePaul to really pack in the paint.
Ricards can't hit, and it's taken away by Gilbert. Gilbert dribbles through the defense and scores. It was tipped away. Out of the scramble, they get an open look for Clark in the corner. That's how you come out smelling like a rose against the press.
Where sometimes, in order, even if you're hot, you need some help from your friends. Credit Peebles, because Peebles took the dribble and gave her enough time to knock down that three.
And Christy, we've seen today, you do not want to leave Kate Clark open. She's 6 of 9 from outside the three-point line, but Louisville answers back with a three of their own. Just the second made three for the Cards. Love knocks it down to put the Cards back up by one, and now here they come off the miss. Ricards to the basket. But another part that he pointed out, you only have them for 7 months when you talk about players who are coming in for 1 year. So it is kind of a crash course, but you got to use that entire season. And you got to use your strong players like Olivia Cochran in the paint.
Well, Eric, I think a point to Jeff Wall's system is the portal, and that players want to come play for him because he develops them. Olivia Cochran, as a prime example, as a freshman, really had to be led to the rim to score. Now you're seeing her go coast to coast and score.
And finishing with the left hand.
Against the Davidson team who upset Wake Forest just yesterday.
You see Louisville's made it to 70 points, which has been a very good number in the Jeff Walls era. Cochran on the pull-up for Louisville.
And that's
Nina
the experience.
Ricards. Yeah, Cochran inside for the two. We're just going to talk about Ricards, and that was a whistle.
It's been all Olivia Cochran here down the stretch.
Peoples for Clark. Rare look for Clark here in the fourth quarter. Coleman makes sure. And now Curry will slow things down for Louisville. Taylor doesn't need the screen. Drives to the basket and the foul.
Well, this is just experience. Taylor realizes she's got a big on her, so instead of going off the on-ball, just puts it on the...
Charlize O'Hare into the game, and there are the first bench points of the game.
Charlize O'Hare just into the game, just moves to the ball, gets the...
And you hope with the water bottle there and the massage that maybe there's just a real nasty cramp in that calf, but we don't want to guess, but that's what you hope is the case, that they're just trying to work that out right now. Here's Clark for three! And now DePaul. It was a slow start for the Cardinals, but a good finish. How about one more three for Clark? 32 points for Kate Clark. To DePaul goes in for one final basket to end it.